45192.
Just another slimy boy.
You want to text. AlanCoxShow.com to watch live. Thanks so much to Bucky Nuckwalker for helping out today in the video department. Much appreciated. We will be live tomorrow at the Romo Fijo for the Cavs home opener. Bridget Linton from your Cleveland Browns will return to sit in for Mary tomorrow. We'll also have a live, loud Bill Squire Friday Get Down. That's going to be very exciting.
I'm very excited about that.
Echoing through the halls of the Romo Fijo.
Confusing many, many people.
It is going to be one for the ages. And then we'll go into the weekend. Saturday night is our metal show. It's called 2 Hours to Midnight. Always excited to do it. It's 120 minutes of nothing but heavy metal. It's me, Corey Roddick, Pat Butler, and we'll throw in a bunch of great stuff for you. We're kind of semi-laser focused on Halloween. So much heavy metal could double for Halloween music no matter what time of year it is. But I'll have brand new Cannibal Corpse, brand new Gamma Bomb. We'll throw in some old Celtic Frost by request, some classic Maiden, King Diamond, Slayer. So Saturday night, 10 o'clock, 2 hours to midnight is here on The Buzzard. Hey, Devin.
Yo.
What up?
Hate the show.
Thank you, sir.
There is a difference between witches, warlocks, sorcerers, and it's more than just skincare. Yeah. So usually witches and wizards are people that gain their magic through studying and knowledge.
Nerds.
Where sorcerers and sorceresses have the magic in them from the beginning.
Sorcerers and sorceresses it's a congenital condition that they have magic. The wizards and what they have to learn.
Yes.
All right.
And warlocks usually get their powers through a demon, some sort of greater power than themselves. It's magic bestowed upon them.
So what is a mage?
Same thing as a wizard.
Same thing as a wizard. So confusing. Are you one of these things, Devin? Were you born with mystical, magical powers?
I wish. I'm just a D&D player.
So Bill was right.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been on a magical mystery tour?
I have not.
Oh, well, all right. Okay. Well, do you still play D&D, or that's a shameful secret from your childhood?
Oh, no. We've been playing for 7 years. We try and shoot for almost every Saturday.
Is it the same game, 7 years long?
The one we're on right now, I think, is going on 1.5 years.
I was going to say, that I never played, but I know enough. I had enough friends that played where they can really span a long period of time.
Oh, yeah. We do a lot of one-shots, too, where not everybody can make it, so we just make up a kooky story that just lasts that day.
Okay. All right, well, listen, at the very least, it's been instructive to let us know the difference between the sorcerers and the wizards and the warlocks. All right, thank you, Devin. I appreciate the information. It can be very, very helpful. All right, well, there you go. D&D players.
Hey, Devin, you know the difference between friends with benefits and a side chick?
You know the difference between a side piece and a jump off?
Mm-hmm.
That's useful knowledge, too.
Yeah, side piece is totally different than a jump off.
Of course. That's why there's a difference.
Yeah.
See, I've never been a side piece, but I've definitely been a jump off.
This guy.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
proud of it.
Like, I've never.
But you have no problem. You have no moral conviction against being a side piece.
I do. Back in the past, I wouldn't have, but I do now. And I don't even want to be a jump off anymore.
Now, we know, but for the uninitiated, tell the customer what the difference is between a side piece and a jump off.
Well, the hint is in the name. A side piece is you have something on the side. That is the difference between guys and girls. They say men cheat, women have affairs. The side piece is more of an affair. You're not just having sex with them. You're dating the side piece. You're buying gifts for the side piece. It's
you're promising you're going to leave your wife eventually.
It's another life. You have a side piece. That's totally different. That is a divorce waiting to happen, having a side piece. A jump off is it again? It's in the name. They jump off and then they leave. Like you just she did her thing. She hopped on and then she hopped off.
Not always though. The jump off can be
a jump off could be a friends with benefits, but
it can also be a real thorn in your side because a jump off, she's trying to move up. She's trying to get wifed up. She's trying to climb the ladder.
See, I think the side piece can be that too, though. I think both of them can be that.
They can I always thought
when people talked about their side piece, I always thought of that person as all the cards are on the table. Everybody knows what's going on. The jump off is somebody who's trying to work their way up.
Coming from someone who hasn't had a serious relationship, I feel like in my warped way of thinking, I could forgive someone for cheating with a jump off, but I could not forgive a side piece. A side piece, there's too much invested. You have feelings for this bitch.
So you're saying that's cheating disrespectfully?
You were out in the when I'm like busy, I'm laid up in the hospital with some disease. You out with that bitch buying her shoes and.
All right,
clothes.
let me ask you this.
That's baby girl though. You're buying her stuff. That's your baby girl.
No, that's a side piece. That's an affair. Right. Feelings are involved.
That's a guma.
Like if you
got her a Christmas present.
Like if you got nicknames and money stashed, that's a side piece, and that's
you're doing weekends together.
Yeah. Wow, really?
All right, so let me ask you this, Poundcake. If say a guy's got a side piece, but it's just an emotional side piece,
even worse.
They're not doing anything physical. They're not crossing that boundary.
No. You're mentally cheating. So when I'm laying it down,
that's worse than having a jump off. That's worse than having a jump off.
Yes, because I'm bending my back, and then now you're imagining I'm the guy you really want to be with. Oh, absolutely not.
So what you're saying? What's in your brain is worse than somebody who's
because then what if he gets like ED from thinking about his actual side piece?
What?
No, wait, no.
What?
Like what if
he's got all right in this scenario?
Okay,
a man has a wife.
Okay.
And then he's got a side piece.
Okay.
The side piece, he has never crossed the boundary into physical intimacy with her.
Okay.
But he texts her, they hang out.
That's a work wife. That's not a side piece.
Like a work wife, but it's on its way.
Are you sending kissing emojis and ending with hearts and stuff?
Oh,
that's mentally cheating.
Yeah.
And so that's
kissy emojis.
Yeah, like
all right, you're not sending kissy emojis, but you're sending hearts.
Eggplants.
Not eggplants, but there's definitely a tension there.
That's what I'm saying. That's mentally cheating. You're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting until
you're in a Mulder and Scully type situation.
But you're saying that's worse than just having a jump off that you bang and then they're out.
Because speaking from experience, I've slept with people that, again, I don't care if they're dead. Like, I got what I needed from them in that situation. I have moved on physically. Men cheat differently. Like, we cheat physically, and we just want to get off right then and there, and then usually it's over and done with. But when the heart and the stomach and the head are all intertwined and about somebody else that's not your wife, it causes other problems.
But how much of this do you actually have any real-world experience with?
In my head, a lot. A lot.
Well, that's not real world experience.
Well,
that's in your head.
Tell them. You're asking me what I would rather have, and you gave me a scenario.
No, that's not. Well, okay.
No,
I'm saying real world practical experience.
I wanted to know where his. I know.
Because what if you accidentally?
I know the.
I can fly in my head, but I can't in real life.
Well, no, I'm not a relationship counselor. I'm not a psychologist.
You should be.
You absolutely should be. Get certified.
But if you accidentally, like, you're thinking about this chick, you can't wait to go to work because your work wife is there. You can't wait to flirt with her and send her little messages and little notes and buy her a little teddy bear to set on her desk. You're not going to accidentally call me the wrong name, or like you're not in bed thinking about, it being her.
Yeah, but you've been the other man in a number of situations.
I've been the jump off. I have not been a side piece. I have not been. No one has ever took me on dates and their wife didn't know. No one was like shopping.
I thought you went out with that. I thought you went out with that dude. You had dinner with some dude, and he told his wife he's going on a business trip or something.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember.
He doesn't remember.
I really don't remember.
All right.
But it was it could have been a one-off. There have been now
a one-off jump off.
It could have been a one-off. Like, he took me on a date just because he wanted to bang me. But I have never been someone's boyfriend on the side. I've talked to men, and it still didn't go anywhere. I've talked to men.
What if they were paying for everything?
No. Because then they got you, and I'm at their mercy, and whatever.
Well, they got you for as long as you want stuff paid for, but you could walk at any time. You go, hey,
they got him.
No, he could go. He could go. I'm moving. I got a gig in New York. See you when I see you.
But I've talked to a guy that was on the verge, like he was divorced, or they were separated. He wasn't officially divorced, but it wasn't one of those, oh, I'm going to leave my wife. The wife was out of the picture. The kids, they were working out custody and stuff like that. She was not in the house. Like it was like a known thing that they have separated.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hooking up like on a regular basis, but still that wasn't a date night type thing. Or I would go to his house, we would watch a movie and I knew what it was. Like he wouldn't be out in public with me. That's what I'm saying. That's a side piece is totally different. When you're out in public holding hands.
But why wouldn't he be? If they were 2 signatures away from being divorced, why wouldn't he go out in public with you?
Just because we weren't at that point. I was in college. Oh. I was in college and he lived.
And his wife didn't know that he was at least bi.
No, again, he didn't have anything to explain to me because it wasn't that serious of a relationship. I imagined it probably has something to do with it. Like, I don't know if he told his wife that he was divorcing or that was a part of the divorce that she found out. But
do you ever think about a scenario where you didn't come out and you got married and then you were the guy flirting with dudes on the side?
You were tucking in Gordy and Lupa and running out at night?
I try not to think about that because that would be a very traumatic thing. And I don't know personally.
But you love trauma and drama and all that stuff.
Not for me. I like looking at other people's to make me feel better about mine. I don't want to. That's the whole reason why I came out, because I was like, I don't want to do that. Women have enough to worry about than having a DL dude. Like, if you're going to cheat disrespectfully, cheat with another woman disrespectfully. Don't add another. That's another layer.
Man, you gotta keep a flow chart to follow Poundcake's
logic. That's a double sin.
You got a double sin.
So are you saying
not only
you can't cheat
adultery, but you're also gay?
You can't cheat respectfully if you are hooking up with a dude.
Double sin.
If you're a married guy, you can cheat respectfully, but if it's with a dude, it's disrespectful.
There are layers.
Bill, I think he's made it pretty clear, okay? I don't know what the problem is here.
I just love it.
That is devastating. Like, being in love with a man.
Bro, it's devastating.
Either way, it's devastating.
Don't take it from me.
No woman,
tell you.
You're talking to 2 guys who've been divorced, all right? No woman goes, well, thank God it was with a woman.
Devastated women.
That's right.
I'm sure.
No woman getting divorced goes, well, thank God it wasn't with a man.
Ask your ex-wife.
No.
Ask both of your ex-wives. I guarantee you they would be like, wow, I can't believe, like,
no.
Here's what I know.
But with a man?
No.
Here's what I know my ex-wife would say. Oh, that makes sense.
That would explain
You
it.
weren't.
Yes.
No wonder you weren't happy with me. You were looking for something different.
And I would want you to be happy.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be black women then, because black women would be like, now I gotta go get a test. Like they would treat it totally different, I did not come from that. That would be, I couldn't live with myself putting a woman through that. She done had my kids, she done sacrificed for me.
He can live with himself under so many different scenarios that it's interesting to know where those lines are.
I ain't heard of black women. Are you crazy?
It might take you a while.
Married to a black woman.
It might take you a while to get there, but if you can zoom out and see the circuit board that is Poundcake's logic, he's kind of, in his own way, a very principled, moral individual. He's figured it out in a way that a lot of other people. Now, it is impossible to follow.
I am in the vein of doing your dirt all by your lonesome.
You're in the vein, all right.
Do your dirt all by your lonesome. Don't drag someone else down with you. Like wives and kids and stuff, that's bad enough. But if you have to divorce later in life to find yourself, at least you divorce. But don't let her find you creeping with another dude. That's devastating. Like,
I'm trying to think of the type of woman that,
especially if you're the bottom.
I don't think you would marry a black lady.
Is it a triple sin if you're the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We keep stacking the sins.
You cheat on me with a man and you're the big belly bottom? Oh no.
The wife's like, please tell me you. Please tell me you were the, please tell me you were the top. Baby, I can't tell you I was the top. Oh no.
That's like that for colored girl movie with Janet Jackson. How you gonna let a man bend you over? He said, ain't nobody bending me over. So you doing the bending? Like, it's.
I haven't seen that.
That clip is viral because it's always.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Poundcake, I think you would marry a white woman, and based on the men you would like, you're going to marry. It's going to be like the story earlier in the week where your white woman wife is going to look like the dude that you leave her for. Or you leave, you're going to leave, like, it's going to be like
like
Tilda.
Megan Rapinoe or whoever that was.
It's going to be like.
Oh, like in my sports break.
Yeah. It's going to be like a Tilda Swinton looking.
It's going to be a
girl.
doppelganger, just the guy version.
Yeah, just going to be like a Jared Kushner looking lady.
Skeleton face white girl.
Yeah.
Bro, like that, I can't imagine that. A woman, just her worth, like.
Tell me if, I'm going to give you a story here. You tell me if it's a quadruple sin.
Okay.
All right. We have a bureau chief, Eric. He listens to the show on iHeartRadio. He's out in Longview, Washington. And there's a story out of Longview, Washington. A 48-year-old married guy got in trouble. He got booked in on animal cruelty because he wanted to hire a hooker for himself and his miniature horse. And he wanted the prostitute to
Why
be
able to bring Lil Sebastian into this.
I like that it was a mini horse.
Yeah, right.
He offered to pay a woman $440 to travel to Longview to, quote, touch him and his mini horse sexually. He said he was having a difficult time finding a willing participant, as the last two girls I asked said it was way outside their comfort zone.
And he has a wife.
It is hard to find ladies who will wank a horse.
Especially a mini
and
horse.
you at the same time. Mini horse.
If you're going to wank a horse, you probably want a full-size one.
Well, no, I would think that a mini horse would be at least closer to the size of the guy. And maybe your equilibrium isn't as...
I think once you're asking me, is it a quadruple sin?
He's stepping out with a female prostitute, but with a male horse.
I understand, but I think once you start getting into the bestiality and the animals and stuff, you're a sick man. And not only is he sick, but he's cheap. $400 for that? So
that includes travel.
Right, that's real cheap.
So that's cheap. So he's sick. That man needs some therapy.
So to you, he's in a different, he gets written off immediately.
That's mental illness. Yeah, like, oh, I married someone who was actually sick.
I see.
So, no. His mind ain't right if he wants to do something with a miniature horse.
He admitted during his interview with the police that he had prior sexual contact with his miniature horses.
Of course he has.
Well, all right. Well, we've reached an understanding there that there's
weighing in on this. I don't understand.
What's that?
I said, how are women not weighing in on this? I didn't think I was alone on this. I'm trying to save y'all.
Oh, I don't know that you're alone. They might feel that you're speaking properly for them.
Okay.
I mean, have you completely given up on your quest to break your V card with a woman?
No, I haven't completely.
P in the
given
V?
Up. No, I haven't completely given up, but it's one of those scenarios. I'm not in the business of tricking people. I want everyone to know up front. I can't. I know I could go to the brothel in Vegas and, get the works, but I want them to know. I don't want them to feel a ways about it because I just feel like that is wrong. I want them to know that I'm gay. This is a bucket list thing for me. I am really curious about it. And I would love that if you would be enshrined in my memory as the woman who took my V card. That's how I want to approach it. Not say anything and then, tell them, oh, wow, now I feel so much better sleeping with Jason. Like, so much better.
Better not be Jason Waterfalls.
The brothel would be a great name for a prostitute soup restaurant. Somebody put that into play out there. They love brand new restaurants out there in Vegas. Do it outside Clark County and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so finding a horse hooker, that's just, you write that one off.
Man. That's not even a sin anymore.
Man. All
that's
right.
sick man territory.
That's sick.
All right.
When you know what you're doing, like, you're not mentally ill if you're looking for another man. That's just, you're not, it was suppressed. You were probably holding on to that when you said your vows in, poor faith, bad faith.
Yeah.
And, you've been keeping a secret the whole time. And I feel like that's devastating because you took a woman only has a certain amount of years where her birthing years, she gave you kids and she can't even give kids to the man that she's about to remarry if he wants her.
Alan, is Poundcake saying that he came out to protect a woman's feelings?
No, that's not
what the hell is he talking about?
I'm saying I would rather come out than to be suppressed all these years and hurt a woman's feelings. It wasn't necessarily for the women, but I'm glad I did, so I didn't have to go through that, because that would be a very traumatic experience for me and for them. You're not just getting divorced. You're